How y'all doing, brothers and sisters? Y'all doing all right? We're gonna delve into um, a couple passages of scripture, and the passage of scripture that we're gonna dig into is gonna be Matthew chapter 13, and it's gonna be the parable of the wheat and the tares. It's gonna be the parable that the Lord Jesus told about the wheat and the tares, and it's 13, verse 20, starting at verse 24. Another parable he put forth to them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the grain had sprouted and produced a crop, then the tares also appeared. So the servants of the owner came and said to him, Sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? How then does it have tares? He said to them, An enemy has done this. The servant said to him, Do you want us to go and gather them up? But he said, No, lest while you gather up the tares, you also uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and at the time of harvest, I will say to the reaper, First, gather the tares and bind them in bundles and burn them, but gather the wheat into the barn. We're gonna go back to the first. Now we're gonna look at that word in verse 24. Like a man who sowed good seed. All right, we're gonna look at that word seed, and see what the word seed means. The word seed means, by implication, offspring, a remnant, descendants, offspring, seed. All right, let's read it again. That word seed, by implication, offsprings, specifically a remnant, descendant, offspring, seed. Now, let's go to the word tares. We're going to look at the word tares right quick and see what it means. A darnel, or false grain, tares. This was the definition of that will come out of the Hebrew and the Greek, and it's darnel, or false grain, tares. Brothers and sisters, did you know that tares are poisonous weed? Tares are usually not taken. Tares are usually not taken in sufficient amount to be fatal to humans, but depending on the amount ingested, they are associated with a broad spectrum of negative effects. And these, the children, when the Lord Jesus breaks this parable down, the children of the kingdom are the good seed, and the tares are the children of the enemy. And ingesting too much of the false doctrine of the enemy that's been planted among the wheat, the children of God, can associate with a broad spectrum of negative effects. Negative effects lead. That's the negative effects keep you in bondage and sickness. Negative effects. We know that sin is a negative effect. It got a negative effect after it, because we know that the wages of sin is death. The next word I want to look at is servants. That word servants, that's right in what chapter, verse that is. That's in verse 28, when he said to them, An enemy has done this. The servant said to him, Do you want us to go and gather them up? Servants, a bondman, slave, true follower, and worshiper of God, a child. A child. All right. Now, when we think about when with the them tares being poisonous like that. I want to go to the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 15. The book of Titus. You think about it. We got, the tares are the ones that the tares are not they're of the enemy. First off, we're gonna go to the book of Romans. Lord, I thank you. First off, we're gonna go to the book of Romans, and then we're gonna go to the book of Titus. And it's going to be Romans chapter 1. And this is how you can tell the tares. This is how you can tell the tares from the wheat. Being filled with all unrighteousness, sexual immorality, wickedness, covetousness, malice, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil-minded. They are whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, violent, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, discerning, untrustworthy, unloving. This is Romans chapter 1, verse 29 through 32. By the way, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, unmerciful, who knowing the righteous judgment of God, that those who practice such things are deserving of death, not only do the same, but also approve of those who practice them. Now let's go to the book of Titus, and we'll see some more characteristics of the wheat and the tares in the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 15. There we go. Chapter 1, verse 15. And this is what it says. To the pure, all things are pure. Now you think about it, that's an authentic, that pure, that grain, that wheat is authentic. So he said, to the pure, all things are pure. But to the defiled and unbelieving, nothing is pure. But even their minds and conscience are defiled. They profess to know God, but in works they deny him, being an abominable, disobedient, and disqualified from every good work. The wheat and the tare. Brothers and sisters, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed and prosperous night. Let's cut them off.